Yo, what's good? It's your boy Derek Branch of Memphis Wild Sports View 360. In today's video, I got some new news concerning the Memphis Tigers men's basketball program. So, shouts out to Hitman Hoops for bringing this information out. And his latest update is that Johnathan Lawson it's no longer an option for the Memphis Tigers. So, according to Hitman Hoops, Lawson has found a new home, found a new school. Now, who that school is, who that team is, I do not know. I've looked around, um, try to gauge multiple reporters, certain accounts, nothing. So he has a new school, but it hasn't been reported where that school is going to be. So according to Hitman Hoops, Jeremy Kiplis recently inquired about a wing from the D2 level, which leads me to believe that adding a cheap wing from whoever is left over in the JUCO D2 is the most likely option. Memphis assistant coach Rick Stansberry has inquired about a few players, but no serious developments. Adding an international wing remains an option, although it's difficult with the hurdles you have to jump through in a shorter period of time. All right, so those are the words of college basketball insider Hitman Hoops. So, man, with that being said, man, this is where we're at. This is the current state of affairs concerning the Memphis Tigers men's basketball program. John Lawson apparently has a new school, a new home, and he's no longer an option for the Tigers. So now it has come down to bargain basement options now for the Tigers in regards to this wing position, to this wing player, this impact wing they can find. Now, what it's going to come down to, I think they're going to try to find the best wing at the JUCO Division II level, the best one, the best, the player that they believe is the best option at the wing position that could play the wing position for this team. Now, is that player is going to come in and be a starter, or he's going to come off the bench and play starting minutes, similar to how Caleb Mills did last season, where he wasn't a starter, but when he was on the court, you would think he was a starter, and he played those type of minutes that showed you what he's capable of being as a starter for this program. So right now, man, look, as I said before, I think I don't think it's a deal breaker for the season, for how the season is going to play out if you don't have a wing, an impact wing. Now, like I said, you may, in certain games, in certain matchups, you may be a little thin at that position, and Penny Hardaway is going to have to figure out a way to mask those deficiencies in those type of games if it comes down to that. But in this conference, you're not dealing with Dusty May anymore. You're not dealing with Calvin Sampson down in Houston. Cincinnati's no longer there to give you a potential that issue. This should be a winnable conference for Memphis. Despite what I'm hearing about FAU, despite what I'm hearing about UAB with their program, this should be a winnable conference. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a breeze, but with the roster that you've assembled, you pretty much assemble the best players, the best scorers in the AAC from last season on your team now. You know, PJ Haggerty, Kobe Rogers, two really good scorers. You know, Baraka Code, he didn't play at the conference last season, but he's a pretty good player, a pretty good defender. You know, you should be able to get back to your roots of being a highly efficient defensive team, you know. But this is what it is right now. I thought that Keelan Boone would be an option, but it looks like that's not going to happen. With the issue with Keelan Boone is that it's kind of like it's taboo right now because if he does comes to the program, the question will be, does he qualify for that waiver, that new rule that they put out where if you was ineligible to play like around 2018, 2019, correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, you can have another year of eligibility. And from based on what I read, Boone may fall into that category. So I'm assuming, I could be wrong on this, but I'm assuming that this is why the Tigers, which is why Penny Hardaway may not want to add Keelan Boone, but he would be my number one choice over any of the other wings that were available at the time when they're pursuing the other guy that I can't think of his name right now, but you know, I'll take him over those other players outside of Arthur Kaluma, but we all know what happened with Arthur Kaluma. He went to another program. But Keelan Boone would have definitely helped this team. Keelan Boone would be a huge addition, you know, if they wanted to go in that direction. But based on what dealing with the NCAA, you already got one waiver turned down for Caleb Mills. Got that one denied. This one will probably get denied as well. But you never know. So Keelan Boone pretty much falls under different circumstances. You know, it's not about an injury. It's not about an injury hall medical waiver. But you know, this is the situation you're in right now. And like I said, like we all know they're gonna add three more players, man. They're gonna add a wing. A wing is gonna be one of those three players that they add, but you know that they're not gonna go into the season with a roster that's, you know, minus three players where those we all know that those three players could have an impact on this team. And a wing is gonna be one of them. So like I said, if you do go the JUCO D2 route, are you going to get the best wing that you deem is available? And is that wing player going to be a starter, or is he going to come off the bench and provide you starter minutes? You know, and also you coming from the JUCO level to the JUCO level slash D2 to play in the AAC. How's the level of competition is going to be for that player now that he's playing at the D1 level and he playing in the AAC. And now what people don't like to give the AAC credit for the conference that it is, but it is a conference that has a lot of good players in it. It may not be guys that are gonna go, lottery picks in the NBA, but there's some really good players, some talented, older, more experienced players on these rosters, you know. So that's another factor to take into consideration as well. Is that player going to be ready? You know, is he gonna be able to produce at this level in a so-called, mid conference, according to what people say on the outside looking in. So we just gotta wait and see how everything's gonna play out. Johnathan Lawson no longer an option. He's joined a new program, but nobody knows what the program is. Hitman Hoops. Hitman Hoops didn't say what school he was going to, and Memphis is now looking at JUCO slash D2 players as not a likely option. And national talent is still also an option as well, but I doubt it. So we'll see how it play out. All right, so I love y'all for right now. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. What are your thoughts on Johnathan Lawson joining a new school? Also, check out sportsview360.com for latest content of Memphis Tigers football and basketball program. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out.